Call the meeting order at 11. Please stand and join us for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Chiconetti?
Present.
Trustee Hillier?
Present.
Trustee Penna?
Present.
Fiscal Officer Patriarca?
Present. Need a motion to approve the minutes from the October 7, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Summary of the work session, please.
All right, during this morning's work session, we exited to executive session at 8 a.m. under Ohio Revised Code 121.22 to discuss the collective bargaining agreement pending and or imminent litigation and the application for economic development. We reconvened the regular work session at 9:08. And at that time, the zoning director introduced Pat Arco, who was requesting a similar use for a property located at 1600 Menor Avenue. Dave Radaschi was here from Lake County Planning, giving us an update on the opening for the Planning Commission of the county and our options related to that. And then he also discussed Wellesley Drive, Road, whatever it is. And
Boulevard.
Boulevard?
Wellesley Boulevard.
Right, and the options that we have to make the spelling consistent. He also gave an update on the casement progress and application for zoning variances that they will be submitting to the county soon. Fire chief reported on engine 20, or squad 2739, the engine is back in service, repairs were under warranty, so we didn't have to pay for that. We reported on the Durango Chase vehicle, which is 2711, it's back in service after the damage it had from the accident. And 2721 was damaged last week after a deer ran into the side door. We discussed the station costs, or the staffing costs at Station 4, and he gave us an update on the Robin Hood fire that occurred last month. The zoning director, or service director, didn't have anything new to report, and then during administration, we discussed removing the current no parking resolution that we have and passing a new one that would include the no parking during 2 or more inches of snow and no overnight parking, which specifically would address between the hours of 2 and 6. We discussed the dispatch contract that we need to submit to Central. Trustees have requested that the administration start a new welcome packet that goes out to anyone that moves into the township. We have a new cybersecurity policy on the agenda today, and that's it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, we went back into executive session.
Yeah.
At 10:01, under Ohio Revised Code 121.22 to discuss compensation and employment in the zoning department, and they reconvened at 10:06.
Any old business from the floor? Any new business from the floor? We just ask you step to the lectern, state your name and address for the record, please.
Okay.
Is that on?
That is on. Josh.
My name is Donna Lytle, and I'm at 11 Millmore Road here in Painesville. I don't know if this is the right place to discuss this or not, but I'm hoping you send out a wonderful quarterly newsletter every 3-4 months, and I'm hoping that what I want to address will have something in there. E-bikes. So I understand that Painesville City, they're not allowed to ride e-bikes on sidewalks. I babysit and I leave where I'm at, normally 9 o'clock, 5 after 9, and there are bikes flying up and down 20, and they don't stop. It was probably 4 weeks ago. I look this way, I see nothing. I look this way, I see nothing. I go, I start to go, and here comes this guy flying. Black as the color, black hoodie, black pants, everything was black. I slammed on my brakes. I mean, I sat there shaking. I would have been devastated if I hit this person. And I see this. It's time after time after time that night of the week. Just last week, one shot out diagonally, went into the Painesville parking lot, drove up and was going along all the businesses sidewalk, flying. They are flying everywhere. They are not stopping. Can it be written in the newsletter, if you're going to ride an e-bike, if they're allowed on the sidewalk, okay. If they're not, please put that in the newsletter. But please wear some kind of bright colors, have a light on, have reflective clothing, something so people see these e-bikes. They are flying. And it's not just once that I'm seeing this. They're just everywhere. Are they allowed on sidewalks because they go so fast?
Well, technically speaking, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but e-bikes under a certain mile per hour fall under the same description as a regular bicycle, correct?
Yeah, there's like, I want to say 3 classes. There's class 1, class 2, class 3. A lot of it has to do is, are they under their own power, or are they under electric power, where they can and cannot operate. So there is a lot of, I don't want to say confusion, but there is like different settings. So they can be on the sidewalk if they are riding it as a normal bike, is what the ORC kind of mirrors.
But if they're using the battery power, so if they're flying and feet not moving, is that you guys see that? Can you enforce to tell them to get off the sidewalk
Yes.
by ORC standards, I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So townships are a little different than the city. Just to give you a little background, we're sort of like a creature of the Ohio Revised Code. It lends us some ability to legislate certain things, but unlike cities, we don't have the authority to pass a lot of ordinances like cities do, right? Anything we do generally will fall under zoning type of resolution, or if it can apply somewhere else. We can, because we are a home rule township that may open avenues for additional legislation. That's something we'd have to research to see if that is applicable, right? And then it falls into, even if you do pass something, then it tasks the sheriff's office with having to enforce that if it is to happen. So we do have, our road supervisor here who can maybe pass the word if they see him flying down the sidewalks to maybe address that to increase the safety. We can look at the Ohio Revised Code to see if it allows home rule townships to institute anything that might address that. But in the meantime, if he's agreeing that they will, if they see somebody flying down the sidewalk, and by all means, we can put a blurb in our next email
And
that
that's
says,
what I really would appreciate. I mean, I read it from to back every single time, and you do give a lot of good information. You see them during the day, but I'm talking nighttime.
He was in all black at nighttime.
in general, bicycles really bicycles or e-bikes, we could put something in there to address that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, reflective gearing, some kind of light, something. I mean, this is all in the township. I had just questioned,
Yeah.
like conversation, and someone that was there knew the laws, rules for Painesville City. And that's why I'm not here to have that changed.
Oh, sure.
I'm just asking, please inform people to wear. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I'm looking. Do you have to look 6 times before, and now you're looking at the sidewalk on
Right.
top of it? And I mean,
Where
it wasn't just one time. No, I'm sorry. No, I babysit and coming out. I came out of Hearst Road, so you have Marcos here and Subway here, but when I see them a lot of times, it is between Hearst and my street, which is Millmore. So you got a good mile and a half, but they are, like 5 after 9, they are always riding on 20 there. Nothing, all black and
It's
clothes.
a lot cheaper than a car, but people still want to get there using the same speed as a car. So that's the,
I
that's
guess,
the difference. I'm always commenting to my wife about how fast they fly down the sidewalks and the roads. It's crazy that they have that ability. But I also think the state is looking at, if I remember right, they're in some sort of talks to have some further regulations because they are getting kind of crazy. But
Yeah, but like you had said, if there's 3 different types, and they have the bike, I wasn't flying, I was pedaling or whatever. But that's not what I'm here for. Not
Yeah,
here
sure.
to change rules. Just inform the people. Either you can only be on the sidewalk if this, and if you're riding at night, please make yourself visible. That's what I'm asking.
And knowing that you see them at, shortly after 9 o'clock at
Right.
night, that's helpful. That, if we have,
I see
if
them
they're
at 6:30
available.
every morning when I'm coming down Route 20.
It's all day.
They're headed
it's
east.
morning to
There's
night.
2 hours.
It's,
Oh, I know. I'm just.
but we can address that if riding at night, to wear reflective clothing or add a light, whatever.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, be cautious of cars on side streets. I mean, again, so I go out, I run, And I know, as I'm coming up to a side street, I know cars usually don't look for pedestrians.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna roll up to the edge of the through road and, so, yeah.
They don't stop. They just fly. I mean, they had to have seen I was coming. Who has the right of way with that?
Well, bicycles, when they're on the road, they have to follow whatever the rules of the road are.
So
There's
they
a stop
have.
sign, they have to stop at the stop sign. If they're, red light, green light, they can't just blow through.
What if they're on the
Lights, they have to-
sidewalk?
Well, yeah, because the stop sign is for my street, but there's no stop signs for sidewalks. So when you say they have to follow the rule, there isn't a stop sign. Do they have the right of way then to go flying
Usually,
by?
yes, a bike coming across, then they would have the right of way to cross over to the street. So you at the stop sign would have to wait for that person walking or whatever through that crosswalk and then.
So it's okay if I'm stopped there for them to fly by. I know. Again, I'm just here
Legally,
to
the
please
pedestrian
put
has the right of way
something.
to crosswalk, so
To go through.
whether on a bike or walking,
Yeah,
right?
it
So-
changes in kind of some areas, but in a general sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the motorist is the one who has to yield
Okay.
to them.
I'm just like I said, I would have been devastated had I hit that and they were nowhere in my sight looking, and all of a sudden there they were, blackened clothing. So thank you.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
All right. I don't see any other intents, new business floor. Moving on, Lake County Sheriff's Office.
Last month we had roughly about just under 1,200 calls for service, which is just slightly less than the month prior. Of that, there were 10 fresh arrests, not including like warrant arrests or anything like that. Most of those were from traffic stops or kind of localized incidents. The only kind of news from us on this end is we do have 4 new deputies, that 3 of which are in training, 1 that just got out of training a couple weeks ago. So there'll be some new faces kind of throughout the township, and then we have 2 currently in the police academy and still looking to hire 2 currently. So numbers are down a little bit, but still the numbers are staying just about the same.
All right, thank you. Department reports, Service Department,
Nothing to report, Mr. Chairman.
Fire,
Nothing to add, Mr. Chairman.
Zoning,
Nothing to add at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Law Director is not present, Administrator. Okay. Fiscal Officer,
I request a resolution 2225-104 to certify the cleanup cost for 933 Fremont Avenue in the amount of $467.
So moved.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's it, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Trustees, I request a motion to remove Resolution 2025-086.
No, we're gonna table.
To table Resolution 2025-086 to enter a lease contract with Grand River Fire Station Vehicles to the next meeting, which will be on November 5th.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Trustees, I request a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-105 to adjust wages effective November 1, 2025 per attached Exhibit A.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Request a motion for Resolution 2025-106 celebrating the grand opening and welcoming the Barrel House 9 to Painesville Township.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Request a motion for Resolution 2025-107 adopting a cyber security policy.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Request a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-108 to hire Dominic Moser effective November 12th, 2025 in the Service Department.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Request a motion for Resolution 2025-109 declaring Arco Power, Inc., a business providing outdoor power equipment sales, parts, and service as a use similar to other uses permitted in the B3 district, subject to all conditions set forth in the conditional use permit for the property located at 1600 Mentor Avenue.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anything else? Motion to adjourn at 11:14.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.